Hi, I'm Tim Cooper, founder of Wellness Business Breakthrough, and welcome to the final video in the How to Make Your Website Work For You series. In this video, we're going to talk about backlinks. And what are backlinks? Well, they're kind of like these great big flashing light road signs that not only can direct people to your website, so readers and traffic to your website, but they also are a signpost for Google as well. They can direct Google to your website, and the more of these road signs that you've got pointing back to your site that Google can find, the higher Google will rank you, because then Google will say, well, look, this site is listed here, 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 and here. It must be popular, it must be credible, and it must be real. So there's a number of ways that you can get backlinks, and we can talk about backlinks, we can talk about social bookmarks, we can talk about citations. But at the end of the day, they all come to the same result. They all help to direct people back to your site and back to your content, and also, once again, flag for Google when they're doing their indexing to say this is a great site because it's been mentioned all over the place. So let's start with the easy stuff. I'll just wait for this plane to go over. So let's start with the stuff that's really easy to set up, and that's basically your social media. So on all your social media accounts, you have the opportunity to provide a website address. So on your Facebook business page, on your Twitter profile, LinkedIn profile, Pinterest profile, all these different social media profiles that you have give you the ability to set up a website address. And once again, that now becomes a link back to your site, which then Google will count as a backlink. Okay, every time that somebody posts an article or posts about you, so say they go onto Facebook and they say, I've just gone to this great therapist and they did this and this, and they actually post your website address into that post, that becomes a backlink, okay? You see where we're going with that? So every time your website address appears somewhere on the internet, that is a flag for Google to say that's a backlink, and also it's a good way to direct people to your site. Okay, so that's what you've got control over, so you can go and set up all your social media profiles and make sure that you've got your business web address in the profile. Secondly, we have what we call citation sites or business directories. Once again, this is where you have control over. Now, I recommend that you put your business details into as many related directories as possible, the good quality ones, okay? Like the high quality ones are going to give you more traffic than a lower quality directory, and you'll know what directories are in your area. Like every country, every area has their own directories. Like in Australia, say for natural health, that we've got something called natural therapy pages, which is a huge directory for people who offer treatments in natural therapies. So, but every country has its own. The ones that you must always set up, obviously, is your Google business listing. That goes without saying. Bing business listing, Yelp, and Yellow Pages. Those four are a minimum. And then obviously your trade-related directories, so the directories that are regarded as a high quality, as a good source of information for Google and also for web visitors. Associations, a lot of associations, you can set up a profile on your association's website, once again, then put your website address into there, and that will link back. And once again, these things like these directories and association websites, they are considered a rich source of information by Google. They're indexed, and you will receive good value for that. And then once again, start looking at the local business directories and trade directories and that sort of stuff, and get your name, so your name, your address, your phone number, and your website listed on as many of those as possible. The more you're on, the more backlinks you have, and once again, the more authority, popularity Google believes that you have. Okay, so those are two techniques. So let's look at a final one for today, and that's your content. So in a previous video in this series, I spoke about creating content, so answering a question, and you can use that content to create backlinks. Number one, you could go to a site called ezine.com or something like that. There's these article repositories where you can post your articles, and then other people who are looking for content for their website can actually come and take that article and put it on their website. And the proviso is that they have to include your author's information box. So in the information box, once again, you can put your email address, you can put your clinic address, so you can put information about how people can contact you for treatments. And then as that's shared around, you're getting more backlinks back to your site. So that's one way, is to share your content as articles. The other way too is, as we mentioned, if you doing your research and you are referencing the work of other experts, other celebrities, other well-known people in your industry, and you write this great big piece of content, once you publish it, go back to those people, send them an email and say, I've just published this post, I referred to this, would you mind sharing it with your crew? There are a number of ways to get your content shared, okay? Once again, as soon as you write a blog post or as soon as you write an article, share the link for that into social media. Now, if it's really good content, that will start to be shared. Another way that you can do is you can go on to groups like Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, and there may even be some forums, and look for the questions people are asking. And instead of just typing in an answer, go away and create a piece of content, put it on your website, and then come back and go, that was a great question. I've actually prepared an article or a video or something that answers that. You can find it here and provide the link. Once again, that gives you a backlink. Just be careful in groups and forums though. Just make sure that some don't like you posting links early on. They want you to establish yourself as a contributing member of the community before you can actually start putting the links in. So sometimes you do actually have to just settle for typing an answer in to certain conversations. But after a while, once you've established yourself, most of these places don't mind if you provide a link if it's going back to related information. So if you have answered that question and you're not trying to sell anything, once again, you can just put that link in, go back, and once again, that's another backlink. So those are three simple ways that you can backlink. Obviously, there are many ways, but those are three ways that everyday people, the non-techie people, can do it. So that brings this particular series to a close. So this is video 6. So during this video series, we've spoken about your website, what to have on your website. So what does the person see when they first land on your site? Is it informative? Does it talk to them? Does it grab them in those first few seconds and say, yes, this is what I need. This person has the answer for me. Is your web content good, attractive, but also benefit driven? Are you talking about what they're going to walk out the door with rather than what they're walking in the door with? And there's no techno babble, there's no industry speak. It's written in plain to understand language. Okay, and then we spoke about reviews. Reviews are just so important. They go hand in hand with what we spoke about today with the backlinks. Reviews go a long way to boosting you up the Google rankings, because that shows credibility, that's your reputation. That's reputation management, that's reputation marketing. It's big. You've got to start looking at getting reviews. And then we looked at content. So outside of simply promoting your homepage or your business, how to actually produce content now that is going to rank high in Google, which is going to drive people to your website. And once again, down the bottom of that content, you can put a call to action saying, call the clinic now and book with me. And lastly, how to then promote and get links back and get, so basically with the links you're going to get traffic. The more traffic you get, the more it gets shared, and it all becomes it takes on a life of its own if your content is really good. Now, so you may find this all a little bit too techie and over your head, and that's fine. You can always go and find somebody who specializes in this, and they may be in your area. Or the good thing about the internet is that you can also use my services or anybody anywhere in the world through Skype and email and the internet. I offer these services, many other people do. If you want to know more about the services I offer in website design, copywriting, marketing, you can send me an email at tim@wellnessbusinessbreakthrough.com. That's tim@wellnessbusinessbreakthrough.com, and I'll get back to you and discuss what your requirements are. Now, if you found this information useful, please like, share, and comment below. And if you're looking at this video on YouTube, please also subscribe to the channel. And now it is over to you. This series has come to an end, but obviously probably some more questions have been raised, and it's your time to ask those questions. So what is your biggest challenge when it comes to being visible on the internet? What's your biggest challenge when it comes to being seen in the Google search results? How can I help you? If you've got any questions at all, once again, send them to tim@wellnessbusinessbreakthrough.com. That's tim@wellnessbusinessbreakthrough.com, or leave them in the comment area below this video and I'll get back to you with that. Okay, that's it for the day. I said I hope you found this short video series useful. I hope you go put it to work. You're going to start to be seen, and until next time, you take care.